going to share a presentation because today we're going to be working with vocabulary. Hoy vamos a trabajar con vocabulario, so it's going to be kind of a short class. That's only going to be only a vocabulary, so it's going to be easy, right? Okay, so we were talking last week about the countable and uncountable nouns, right? So the uncountable nouns and also the countable, but let's focus on the uncountable. Vamos a enfocarnos en los no contables. The uncountable nouns are the ones that I can't count itself. I need a container, for example, to count them up. For example, I can't say that I can't say rice, but I can say a bag of rice, or I can say the kilogram, for example, right? But let's talk about containers. So the unit 5, it's food containers we use to hold or transport food. We're gonna focus on that. So let's go here, and here I have a question. What food or drinks can you see? Okay, so let's brainstorm. Just tell me what you see in this picture. What do you see in this picture? ¿Qué miran en esta fotografía?
Milk,
Milk. What else?
Cookies,
Cookies.
water,
Water.
coffee,
Coffee. What else?
green beans, or brown beans.
Brown beans. Brown beans. What else? What is this? What is this?
Es como miel,
Honey. It's honey. And this?
jugo,
Juice. It's juice, rice. And what is this?
es como pasta.
It's noodles. Noodles. Okay, so as you notice, you only mentioned food. You didn't mention like for example, a cup of coffee or like that. But it's okay. I wanted you to say the food or the drinks, right? Okay, so now let's go here. And here we have a riddle. I'm gonna give you a few minutes for you to think and answer these two questions. It says, it looks, well, these are not questions, it's just a riddle. And it says, it looks green, it opens red. What you eat is red, but what you spit out is black. And then number 2 says, what fruit is always sad? Okay, I'll give you a minute for you to think about it. And type your answers, okay? Type your answers. Write your answers, guys. Escriban sus respuestas. I don't see you writing your answers. ¿Cuáles son sus respuestas? It looks green, it opens red. What you
El chat,
eat?
maestra.
Ah, ok. Ya vi, sorry. Es que yo quería que las escribieran aquí, como no veía a nadie. Sorry. Yeah. Good, good. You got the answer. Sorry, I didn't see it. No había visto. Thank you, Fatima. Okay, so the answer for the first one is watermelon. And for the second one, Paula said blueberry. Yes, blueberry. ¿Por qué blue? Because when we're sad, we can say that we're blue, we're feeling blue, which is the same as sad, right? So blueberry, it's always sad. Okay. Bottoms. Okay, next. Here it says container. What's a container? Okay, Fatima, can you help me to read the definition, please? Can you read the definition, Fatima, please?
¿Quiere que lo lea?
Yes, please.
Okay. Not an object that can be used to hold or transport something.
Okay, thank you. So it's an object that holds or transports something. And here we're talking about food. So then it transports or holds food, right? Okay, so here we have 2 questions. This is also to brainstorm. Aquí también es para participar, okay? But please do it here. I mean, don't do it in the chat because, or whatever you want. Okay, let's go to the first one. It says, in which presentations can we find food at supermarkets or stores? In which presentations can we find food at the supermarket or store? For example, if you go and buy cereal, if you go and buy milk, if you go and buy chocolates, in which presentations do you find that food? Can you write, type? Examples, please. Or say, you can say them out loud if you prefer. So, in what presentations can we find food at supermarkets? ¿En qué presentaciones? Boxes, okay. Thank you, Miguel. What else? Okay, what else?
Bags.
Bottles. What else? No, that's it. Cans. Okay, very good, Marin. Bags. Two. Okay, that I think it's enough. Cans, boxes, bottles, bags. Okay, good. Now, in which containers can we serve different kinds of food? Okay, so now let's talk about home. When we eat, in which containers can we serve different kinds of food? Drinks, food, and that. Can you type some examples, please? Cups, okay, good. What else? For example, I don't know, when it's a soup, when it's some fish, where do you place it? Where do you put it? Plate, okay, in a plate. What else? One more, glass. Thank you, Miguel. Okay, we have water in glass. And well, let's go and see. Thank you. I'm gonna erase it. So I just wanted to see how much do you know about this, which is good. It's good. It's pretty good. Like a Tupperware. Okay, very good. Corona. Good. That is also an example. That is also an example. And the thing is that Tupperware actually is a is a brand, es una marca, but it's very common that instead of saying like the name of it, we just say the brand, right? Un topper. Okay, let's go then. And here it says at the supermarket or a store. So we're gonna first see the presentations. We buy the items we buy at the store, okay? So let's start with the bag. If we're talking about bags, what can I ask for or what can I find in a bag if I go to the supermarket? Okay, I can find a bag of chips, a bag of apples, or a bag of bread. So here we have three different presentations of bag. We have one of paper and plastic, right? And well, this one is like transparent and this one is like with the brand and like that. Okay, so if you buy chips, you can't count chips. I mean, no es como que vas a contar las papas, right? But you count the bags of chips. You can count apples, si puedes contar las manzanas, but it's maybe easier to say a bag of apples and a bag of bread. Since we can't count bread, so we can ask for a bag of bread. Okay, so a bag, una bolsa. Next, a bottle. Okay, so a bottle. What can I find in a bottle? A bottle of water, a bottle of wine, and a bottle of shampoo. Obviously, we have more examples, but a bottle can also be of glass and can be made of plastic. Okay, so these are bottles. You can count bottles, you can't count water, wine, or shampoo, but you can count the bottles. Then we have a box. Okay, so if we go to the store, we can find a box of cereal, a box of cookies, and a box of pasta. Pasta can also be found in different presentations, but the boxes are more like for this type of pasta, the one that it's with more ingredients and that it's kind of easy to cook or fast to cook. So these are some of the items we find in boxes. So these are, again, a box of cereal, box of cookies, and a box of pasta. Okay, can. I know that can, it's a verb that means puedo, poder, right? And I can't say I can't or she can't, right? It's just can. But can also be used in a different context. También can significa lata. So I can have a can of soda or a can of beer, a can of tuna, and a can of beans. So here we have different types of cans, but the three of them are cans. And here I can make it plural. I can say cans when I'm talking about a noun, not about a verb. Then we have carton. What's a carton? A carton of milk or juice, carton of eggs, and a carton of ice cream. This is a material that is kind of made of carton. Es como el material, the material it's carton, so that's why it's called like that. So we find a carton of milk, a carton of eggs, or a carton of ice cream or yogurt, or it depends, right? Then we have a jar. What's a jar? What can we find in a jar? We find a jar of mayonnaise, we find a jar of pickles, and we can find a jar of honey. So as you can see, we have also made them of plastic and made of glass, right? Made of plastic, made of glass. Then we have a package. Okay, so a package. What can I find in a store in a package? A package of ham, a package of cookies, and a package of spaghetti. So it's more common to find pasta like in packages than in boxes, right? But well, it depends. So a package of ham, be careful with this. Because for example, it's kind of common to confuse ham with jam, probably because of the spelling, because they don't sound the same and they are totally different. Okay. So we find ham in a package, and how can we find jam? Who can tell me how can I find jam? Jam. In what presentation can I find jam?
Jar, in a jar.
In a jar, very good, in a jar. So jam es mermelada. So jam is in a jar, en una jarrita, right? And ham with H is in a package. Okay, at home. So those were the presentations we find products at store. Now, if I am at home, I can eat in a bowl. What's a bowl? Very, very common. We can have a bowl of cereal, a bowl of fruit, and a bowl of soup, right? Here we probably call it un plato hondo for cereal, pero también existe a bowl que es como para poner salads and fruit and that. So we just say a bowl in English. It's a bowl of cereal, a bowl of fruit, or a bowl of soup, or a bowl of salad, or a bowl of whatever you put in this type of bowls, right? This is a bowl. Then we have a plate. Someone already mentioned it before. Alguien ya lo mencionó. So a plate of food, que es en general un plato de comida, or we can get it specific. A plate of spaghetti or a plate of seafood. So we can keep it general, just say, no, it's a plate of food or a plate, or we can be specific by saying what's in the plate. A plate of spaghetti or a plate of seafood. Then we have a cup of tea. A cup of coffee was the first one. A cup of tea or a cup of noodles. Here it says, in American English, which is the one we're learning, cup can mean any liquid container that is not made of glass. So si tengo un vaso que no es de vidrio, it's a cup, right? For example, the ones that you use when you're playing beer pong, those are also cups. So a cup is un vaso made of plastic, or maybe made of, I don't know, it could be any other material, not glass. Okay? So the cup, when I'm talking about like this, right? Con esta cilíndrica figura. But a cup, si yo digo a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, es una tacita, que es something like this. They're small and they are more like a kind of a small bowl with this little arm, right? Okay, then we have glass. Okay, what's a glass? A glass of water, a glass of orange juice, or a glass of wine. So as you can see, the three of them are made of the same material, which is glass. Es vidrio, right? Ya sea un vaso de vidrio, una copa de vidrio, so un vaso, una copa de vidrio, specifically glass, made of glass. Okay, then we have mug. Very similar to the cup, similar a la copa, a la taza, but this one it's a little bigger, está más grande. Mug of coffee, mug of hot chocolate, or a mug of beer. So, as you can see, it's similar to a cup, but this one is bigger, okay? Then, that's it. Questions about this vocabulary, guys? No questions? I hope it helps you. I'm going to share it with you in the classroom presentation. So in case you have doubts, you can check it out, okay? So now we're gonna go and practice a little. So here we have, it says, look at the pictures. What food or drinks can you see? And in here, we have the containers and we have to match them to the different products, okay? So for example, a vowel, well, letter F. I'm going to give you some minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, for you to make the sentences, okay? Lo que van a hacer es de que van a hacer las oraciones y van a poner de que a bowl of noodles, a cup of what? What is a cup of? A cup of chocolate or a cup of coffee. O sea, quiero que lo hagan completo. Van a subir este pequeño ejercicio que estamos haciendo. Les voy a abrir un espacio ahorita, ¿ok? So, just write down the sentences, complete them, ¿ok? A bowl of noodles, a cup of chocolate, or a cup of coffee. I don't know what it is. So, is it clear? ¿Está claro? Yes? Okay, cool. I repeat, here you have the containers. You only have to match them and make the sentence. Okay? I'll give you till 12 for you to finish it.
Teacher, los tenemos que apuntar.
Sí, fue lo que les dije, que hicieran las oraciones y ahorita las van a subir. Les quedan 3 minutos.
Profe, ¿la lata de qué es?
Es de habas, broad beans. ¿Alcanzas a ver? Broad beans. Voy a tomar asistencia en lo que terminan, ¿sale? Ok, a ver. Ahumada Yala. Mayala no. Ok. Blanchet Valencia.
Presente.
Corona Verdugo.
Present.
Descens Ruiz. Díaz Galvez.
Presente.
Flores Ciso. Flores Ciso. García Gutiérrez. Gonzalo, ay, perdón, ellas ya están exentas, se me olvida. Ok, Granillo Félix. Granillo Félix. Gutiérrez Santa Cruz. Hernández Romero.
Presente.
Herrera Soto. Herrera Soto, ok. Jiménez Carranza.
Here.
López Camacho.
Presente.
López Guerrero. Marín Manzanares. Marín
Presente.
Manzanares, ok. Mariñez Ortega. Melendres Espinosa.
Presente.
Molina Corella. Ok. Ortiz Santiago.
Presente.
Peralta Rodríguez. Ramírez Clark. Rivera Alvarado. Romero García.
Present.
Romo Gallego.
Presente.
Sandoval Herrera.
Presente.
Sauceda Bojorquez. Serrano del Rincón.
Here.
Valenzuela Ruiz.
Presente.
Valenzuela Valdés.
Here.
Excelente. Ok. Vamos ahora sí a revisar sus respuestas. Let's go and check your answers. Les había comentado que les iba a abrir un espacio, pero como es muy poquito, guarden este ejercicio y lo vamos a subir en la siguiente clase junto con los otros ejercicios que hagamos posteriormente, ¿ok? En la siguiente clase, o sea, incluido este. Ok, so let's go and check your answers. Okay, so the first one, it's a ready answer. It's a vowel of noodles, right? It's already answered. So number two, I'm gonna ask Anaí Santa Cruz. Number two, a cup of what? What letter is it? Anaí,
Profe, apenas la estoy haciendo porque me confundí. Sí.
¿pero qué vendría siendo la de la cup? ¿Cuál crees que es? What letter?
La de Acu,
A cup?
chocolate o chocolate.
It's letter J, right? Letter J, which is a cup of chocolate. Thank you, Naim. Okay, Adriana, a glass. What letter did you match it to? ¿A cuál letra la hiciste match?
Es el jugo.
So in English, what is it? A glass of?
Jugo.
Juice.
No sé.
A glass of juice. Very good. Oops. Okay, a jar. Alfredo, a jar of what?
A jar of honey.
Very good. Letter G, right? A jar of honey. A jar of honey. A can. Melendres. A can of what?
Of brown rice.
A can of broad beans. Letter D, right? Very good. Angel Marin. A mug. Letter, please, can you give me a sentence?
It's a mug of coffee.
Coffee, right? Uh-huh, very good. Letter H, a mug of coffee. Blanchette, a bottle of what? Blanchette, a bottle of?
Maybe share. Water.
Water, thank you. A bottle of water, letter A, right? Very good. Okay, Daniel. A carton of what?
Milk.
Milk, letter B, right? Very good. A bag of what, Fatima?
Trigo, teacher, pero no sé cómo se dice eso.
¿Es rice que no? ¿No es arroz?
¿Sí? ¿Así?
Ajá, puede ser
Es que
wet.
es bolsa, pues, pero una bolsa de
A bag of
trigo.
wet.
Wet.
Or rice, como quieran. Very good. Letter C, right? And the last one, Fernanda, la última.
Pack chocolate.
Ajá, letter I. Que viene siendo cookies, ¿no? Puede ser, pues, chocolate cookies. Ajá, package of chocolate cookies. Very good. Ok, entonces recuerden, mantengan sus oraciones así como las que acabamos de hacer. Those are the ones we're going to upload. But when we have our next class, ok? Cuando ya tengamos concluidas las actividades de vocabulary en nuestra próxima clase. Do you have any question about this exercise we just answered? No?
No.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna close it. And well, basically that's it for today, guys. We'll still have another activity to do, but since we have 3 classes, I mean, tomorrow we're gonna conclude it, we're gonna finish it, because we don't want to be out of material, right? No queremos quedarnos sin material, so that's why tomorrow we are going to continue and we're gonna stop here, okay? So if you don't have any question or comment, feel free to leave my class. Have a nice day. Bye.
Profe,
Dime.
las tareas que no llegue a subir a tiempo a Classroom, ¿las puedo subir después y me bajación o ya no las puedo subir?
Pero hablas de cuál parcial, porque del parcial que acaba de terminar, pues ya no se puede, ¿no? Ya no cuentan. Pero si es para eso.
Esa es la tarea que acaba de pasar, de hecho.
Ok. Sí, sí te va a contar, pero pues no te va a contar igual.
Ok.
Ok.
Muy bien. Gracias.
Teacher,